Hello and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Mode Monday. Today we have military equipment, Mosque and Yugoslavian cranes. As always, go and check out the rest of the mods that were released in the last 7 days. We are encroaching ever so slowly to 6,000 mods in our workshop, so it's you're definitely gonna find something for yourself. This is just something that caught my eye. So let's get started. So first things first, construction industry by Iodar, construction industry that compiles 7 different industries and 3 warehouses. We have open warehouse for rail connection with rail connections, 3,000 ton capacity. Have fun with it, thank you, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. Thank you, Iodar, for making this mod. Okay, so what's the deal with the industry? It's different. It's a little bit different than the ones we have in the vanilla game. We have a different cement factory. We have different concrete. I believe this is concrete factory. Then we have, well, definitely this one is concrete, this is probably asphalt. We're gonna check all of this. Yes, indeed. Okay, so what's the deal? They have a little bit bigger storage, I believe, capacity. Is that warranted or not? I'm not really sure. We're gonna check everything out. But first, let's see how the models look like. So this is the forestry industry. It has 300 ton capacity for felled trees, for the wood. Then we have the sawmill. Sawmill has 200 ton capacity for well, planks, boards. We have a big storage facilities here. This is the medium sized one with 1000 ton capacity, smaller one with 300 ton capacity. They are pretty basic, but they do have this overhead infrastructure that will be cranes that are, you know, just transferring the load elsewhere. That's what she said. And then we have a prefab panel factory, as you can see here, and then we have the brick factory, and of course the bigger storage as well. Okay, what's the deal? Let's compare it to some of the industries that we already have. So we have here concrete plant that has 126 tons. I can tell you straight away that I believe it's 60 tons. I will double check, but I think it's 60 tons. The import the amount of gravel that we can put in there. Now the export capacity is quite realistic. It's same as vanilla, I believe. It has 1 ton of concrete buffer. That would be, you know, the concrete that is already pre-made, but you never need a ton. You always need 12 tons or whatever in that ballpark, whatever the truck has. So this is quite realistic. So usually you shouldn't have any export concrete, because you cannot store concrete. It will harden, but unfortunately this is how the game mechanics work. So let's compare, for example, this concrete plant with vanilla one. So if we go to our vanilla concrete plant, is 36,500 rubles. It has, well, actually this one has a little bit bigger storage capacity. I thought it was less. No, this is definitely something quite realistic. It's a little bit smaller factory, as you can see, and it's a pass-through factory, so that means that the vehicles can enter from one side and exit to the other one. This is much faster for vehicles to get filled in. I don't know about how fast they're loading. You can see here concrete buffer is only half a ton here, but I don't think that makes any big difference. Maybe I'm wrong, but what about the gravel? 135 tons of gravel with 30 tons of cement. That's a maximum production, 30 tons of cement. Here we have 12 tons of cement. You can see here that it has less productivity. So it's quite realistic. It's cheaper, it's smaller, a little bit cheaper, well, half the price more or less. So, but I think it's quite realistic. There's nothing odd about it. There are a couple of odd things here. For example, 300 ton capacity for felled trees in the wood cutting post. We're just gonna double check this one over here. Wood cutting post, 50 ton capacity. It's quite similar building, if not the same one. This one has just much bigger storage capacity. Yeah, it's probably just mirrored building and rotated, and it has additional connection, as you can see. Right, so nice, really nice. Something I'm gonna be considering. Capacity of 300 tons. I think the vanilla one, the wood, you can store it anywhere, so I believe this is realistic. I don't have anything against this one. So let's go and check out the sawmill over here. So vanilla sawmill. This is again kind of similar to vanilla. It looks like it's similar design, but it looks like it's a little bit bigger. It's different. It's definitely different. It's not a copy like I think this is copy of the vanilla one. This one looks a little bit different. Okay, so this one has 200-ton import and now input and output capacity. There again, looks like we have a decent storage around here. How does that compare to vanilla one? Well, vanilla one has 60 and 50 ton capacity, 60 tons of wood and 50 tons of boards. So vanilla one, for example, would require external storage if you want to use it to the maximum capacity. Well, this one doesn't have to have. So this one is producing from 90 tons of wood, 70 tons of boards, and vanilla one would be producing 480, so it's twice the productivity, or half the productivity we have here, and it's half the people. What about the price of the building? Price of the building is 18,000 rubles, and the smaller one here 22. It's quite realistic. It's a little bit bigger storage capacity, but more or less it's quite a realistic price. I think we're gonna go for cement as a last thing. I won't go too much into it. Cement factory, of course, the one that we have, vanilla here, produces 81 tons of cement per day, 22 tons of coal and 210 tons of gravel. Well, this one produces 27 tons of cement. That would be 3 times less, more or less. It's actually exactly 3 times less. So 3 times less. This one has 22 tons of coal. Yeah, it's 3 times smaller, and the price is half the price, so it's not that much cheaper. It is cheaper, it's gonna be more affordable for you to buy this one, and it produces much less cement, but let's face it, nobody needs 81 tons of cement per day, so it's just extraordinary amount of whoa, this is something different. This one requires coal ore instead of coal to produce bricks. That's nice, interesting, but nobody usually stores coal ore. We always process it into coal. This could be a slightly problematic, so you're gonna have to have infrastructure for this setup to load coal ore directly from your mine or whatever in order to produce bricks. So it requires 54 tons of coal ore to produce 20 tons of bricks, while vanilla one would be, if we go all the way here, brick factory, vanilla one would require much less, would require 30 tons or 33 tons of coal to get 51 tons of bricks. Well, this is opposite. This requires a lot of coal, you get a little bit of bricks. It's quite interesting. It's different. I think it's quite realistic. The price, the storage, it looks really beautiful. I will be using it in my Let's Plays, so it's a really beautiful mod. Go and check it, the link in the description of the video. So we have a dock savet and tram infrastructure, basic tram infrastructure, a single piece of rail for building stations, crossings, intersections. Yes, this already exists, but they have some problems with alignment. You have streetcars Beta Benovo, and you have top process modular tram tracks. Construction ideas up there. This is where he got ideas for this. So what is this? This is just a piece of tram that you can use it to place a tram line anywhere you want. Usually we would have problems when you have some kind of intersection and you try to build a train line around here. It would be problematic for you because the trams the rails cannot go through this intersection, while now you can actually do it. Now, how do you do it? If you go to your railroads and you find your train platform, you have this one small one in square into square. You're gonna find it easily. So this is a station. Now you don't have to use it as a station. You can use it as whatever you want, because you can just disallow people from going there, and you just use it as a pass-through station. They're not gonna even stop there, so you can use it as part of your infrastructure. I think this is a really good thing if you want to make, tight circles. Well, not really tight circles, but if you want to make a more realistic tram lines around your city. So it's a really good mod. Can we compare this to anything? But not really. This is just a piece of infrastructure, piece of railroad. We can try to compare it to how much does it cost. Let's say this piece of infrastructure over here. Okay, that's definitely not something I wanted. So let's go and make this one here. Let's go with the train one first. So let's not pay for it. So this is this long, and see if we can get this more or less similar length. So how much does this cost? This costs 2,000 rubles. And how much does the train station cost here? It costs, if we go to our escape and then Try to build it with rubles. And if we go to this one and see how much it costs 740 rubles. I think it's similar length or so, it's a little bit cheaper, but it doesn't really matter. This is just a tool to make your tram lines look better, because it can be worse than this. Anyway, link in description of the video. We have Maxim Ogorodnik and IS-3 Monument. You have description in Russian. Unfortunately, I suck reading Russian. I understand it a little bit and it will take too long time, but I'm not gonna explain that. I just gonna skip that part. English. Hello, friends, comrades. There is a little more than a month left and the victory day will come. And on the eve of this great holiday, I made a mod for the monument to last war tank and post-war tank IS-3 Joseph Stalin or Joseph Stalin. Right, this is for World of Tanks one of my favorite tanks. It has loyalty a little bit too much. I have to say it's plus 10% and the range of loyalty is 1000 meters. I'm gonna straight away say that I don't really agree with this, that a tank monument should be such an influence on our people. It's a little bit too much. I would put it at 2-3% maybe, and the range probably how long it's visible, maybe 100 meters, maybe a little bit more than that. It's a really beautiful model. I love this model. I love this tank. It's one of my favorite tanks from World of Tanks game, so definitely has a place in my heart. But anyway, I like it. And how much does it cost? If we go and check our monuments. So in the last page of our monuments, if I go to mods and monuments, because I have too many monuments, I probably wouldn't be able to find it in this section here. So we have IS-3 11,000 rubles. Now price-wise, we can compare it to some vanilla 11,000 rubles. Like I said, influence and range, it's a little bit too much. But 11,000 rubles would be a pretty decent price for this one. Well, technically you're recycling the old tank, so it shouldn't be that much, and you have a concrete base that you need to build. Like, you're not paying for the tank, it's just a old tank that we decided to turn into monument. So probably just dismantling or disabling the tank to be used and just placing it on the pedestal here. Maybe it's a little bit too pricey, but given that it also has this 10%, I'm not gonna complain about that. 10% loyalty influence. I suggest this, if this can be lower, that would be much more realistic, but 10% and 1000 meter range, that's pretty much a lot. But anyway, link in the description of the video. Right, so this one gave me headache. Now this is something different, something from my neck of the woods. This is Metalna LM 120 HC by Chestir and Alexander Tarasov. I'm gonna read only, I'm not gonna read the Russian description, I'm gonna go read the English one. At the request of working comrades, Yugoslav tower crane Metalna LM 120 HC replaces 60 employees, available 1985, empty weight 10 tons. The author of the fashion is Alexander Tarasov. Okay, so we're gonna see this crane in action as well, but first I wanted to tell you like about this. First, a little bit of I don't want to say downside, but this is a Yugoslav equipment, and it gave me a headache because I was looking like crazy to find it with rubles, but it's actually not there. You have to buy it with dollars, which is, I don't know, strange. There's a lot of mods of Zastava vehicles, and nobody ever put it in the dollar purchasing sections, so it is a little bit strange. So I'm not sure if it fits there or not, but this one has to be purchased in that section there. I'm just gonna go and show you the tower cranes where it can be found. So it's a $14,000, so just over $14,000 to purchase, and it's a really beautiful model. I'm gonna show you how it looks like. I think it should be in rubles, because usually Yugoslav vehicles that we have mods of, I believe, I'm not sure if we have country of origin, something from Yugoslavia over here. We might have, but I don't know if they're definitely not. Here we go. We have covered IMV. It's in rubles. So if this can be switched to rubles, that would be, I think, a little bit more realistic, at least in my book. I would like to buy it for rubles, but other than that, it's a really beautiful model. Let's check it out. So here we go in our Amazonas series. We have the first crane being delivered here. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go to this facility here, electronics assembly hall. Yes, it is. So we're gonna see it assemble. Hopefully it's not gonna crash like we had an issue with the previous one. It again could be on Oolykee side if it does, but it doesn't have to be. Here we go. So we have a crane. It's a huge one. It's a big sucker. It's really, it's a beautiful model. This is something Rad that is in Cyrillic. It's Serbian, I believe. I think it was Rad then was one of the construction companies in Yugoslavia. So we have a second one over here, as you can see. So we have two of them next to each other. Really beautiful model. Okay, let's get back. Right, so price-wise, how does it compare? We don't have any dollars, any cranes that we can buy for dollars. So we're gonna go and put a tower crane from here. So we said that it's just over $14,000, which is, I would say, over 20,000 rubles when you compare it to some other equipment. So it's quite realistic. The price-wise, it's quite realistic. It's more expensive. It's almost twice the price. But also, I believe the biggest one we have here is 72 meters. So if we go to purchase with dollars, if we go for tower cranes, this one is, can we see, it doesn't say how big it is, it's just speed level 60, so we can't, a road crane, is it really? It says road crane speed, not probably when we, anyway, it doesn't say how big it is, but a really beautiful model. You're gonna see this in my Let's Plays, link in the description of the video. Gachimuchiman and Gaz 3307. So Gaz 3307, we have a description in Russian as well. Again, we're gonna skip that one. We're gonna go for Gaz 3307 is a Soviet and Russian truck produced from 1989 to 2020. In addition to the main model, the family also includes models 3306, 3309, 4301 with other internal combustion engines, 3308 with all-wheel drive. Features in-game maximum speed 90 kilometers per hour, maximum power 92 kilowatts, weight doesn't matter. You're gonna go and check out this yourself if you're interested in this. So 89 to 2020. Now this is, I hope that it's gonna be a little bit older. Unfortunately, I was wrong. I'm gonna go and show you what this actually is. What is this? Gita? What is Gita? I don't know. And I'm gonna see what's written in the other one. Can we zoom in? Come on, zoom in closer. No, we can't really. But I probably can go into the vehicle next door and then check it out. We can do that. Let's go and check out the vehicle. So if we go here and go again, can we? No. I have to use the other. Let's try one more time. So if we go here once and twice. No. Okay, I probably won't be able to read it because we're going to be looking from a cabin anyway. So, Prichesa? I believe Prichesa. Anyway, I'm not really sure what that is. If you guys are watching this, please help the brother out. We will see that he's struggling with Cyrillic. Anyway, so this is Gaz vehicles. They're really beautiful ones. You have the whole set. This is only 8 of them that I'm presenting here. I think they come into 4 or 5 different colors. Of course, you have the fire department in a different one. So you have baby blue, you have green, you have white, you have this yellowish, and we have blue, dark blue. So that would be like 6-7 colors. I'm gonna show you how they look like. These are the ones that I purchased for demonstration. So if we go and find them, it's gonna take me a few seconds just to find them because there's quite few of them. We're gonna go and check out all of them. We're gonna check their price and we're gonna check how realistically priced they are, or is something that you're gonna use in a game, because I think I will in any case, because they're really beautiful vehicles. They are a little bit for a later game, so heads up on that. But I believe if we go here we go. We have all the vehicles here. So Gaz 3307, as you can see here, all of these vehicles, and of course you have the fire department, and then we have on the second page here, we have a couple of these Gaz 3307s, and that's it. So these are all the models that we have in this game. That would be 10 models, 10 altogether. Really beautiful. We forgot to check the price, so let's go one more time and just really quickly check the price of one of those. We can go and compare the refrigeration one. So if we go to the refrigeration and we find our little Gaz truck, here, 3,000 rubles. It's more or less the same as other models in the same. It's a little bit even more expensive than some of them. So 3,000 rubles is quite realistic price. So thumbs up, big thumbs up in my book. Maximo Gorodnik and USSR military vehicles 1950s. I'm gonna read the English description. This mod adds small amount of military equipment from the USSR in 1950s to early 60s to the game. List of the equipment is IS-3 tank, medium tank T-55A, BTR-60 and BTR-40. Right, so what is this? This is something you can use it, you don't have to. Looks like they're just passenger cars or maybe buses. We'll see what they're represented as in the game. This one has capacity of 14. Interesting. And this is BTR-40. So we have BTR-40, BTR-60, IS-3 and T-55A. You can use them as weapon exports. You can construct them in your car factories and then ship them on the trains to export them to other countries. What about the price? Let's see actually what they actually are. So if we go to the buses, I believe they were not going to be here. Oh, I would be wrong. So we have BTR-40 and BTR-60s are designated as buses. And let's see, I would say personal car for the other two tanks. Here we go, T-55 and IS-3. They're quite expensive, as they should be, so they're really, well, they're gonna be a really good export. But also that means that when they're that expensive that they require a lot of materials to be constructed, so just a heads up. Really beautiful model. This is not comparable to anything in the game. I don't think I'm gonna be comparing it, but it's gonna take a while for you to build these and then export them, but it's gonna be worthwhile in the end. Link in description of the video. Right, we have Sherefudin's White Mosque from Visoko, Serbo-Croatian. We have description in Serbo-Croatian. At least I can read that. But we're gonna skip to English one. Now, there's a huge detailed description, as Equinox Nova does, but this is teaching us about the history of this, and I really like to read about this, because some of the things that that he makes, some of the models that he makes, I don't even know the full history of it. So I wouldn't, I would like to read more about it. So I encourage you to read it yourself, but we're gonna read couple of lines over here. So this is Sherefudin's White Mosque. Is a mosque located in Visoko, Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's a great architectural importance to the town and area. The mosque architect was Zlatko Ugljan. The craftsman was Ismet Imamovic, while the contractor was Zvijezda from Visoko. First construction was completed in 1477, but it was completely reconstructed and finished in 1980. It's the most notable, the dark times, communist times, when religion was prohibited. My ass. Right, so it is notable award came in 1983 when it was awarded Aga Khan Award for Architecture. The jury commented on the mosque for its boldness, creativity and brilliance, as well as its originality and innovation. In 2007 it received another recognition from Hungarian architects for being one of the 3 best designed sacral places in Europe. Plan, structure, yada. You have a lot of details about this, how it was constructed. It has a historical importance in Islam as well, how it was designed according to their holy scripts, how why it has no windows, for example. You're gonna have to find out yourself why is it like that. Now, this is a really beautiful mosque. I believe it should be in a church section. I found it in the all the way in the back. So let me see here. Yeah, it's in the church section here, so that would be where the mosque is, as you can see it here. Unfortunately, I don't think we still don't have this section over here. Let me just check in monuments. No, there's nothing here. Unfortunately, there's nothing here. So if you want to build this, you're gonna have to go into your other models in the mods. So you're gonna have to find it in church section. The only complaints I have, as far as I know from the original photos, this roofing here, the side of the building, I think it could be, I might be wrong, it could be a little bit on the green side, but I might be wrong. And here it's totally white, and the white is a little bit too white, if I can say, but it's a little bit, it's a really shiny. And the green parts, no, there's no complaints about the green parts here. The roofing over here, I think it's a really nice color. That's the only thing. I'm gonna be making this in my Let's Plays definitely, because even in Soviet Union you had mosques, they weren't demolished or whatever, they were there. So I'm gonna be building these in my Let's Plays. But if you want to learn more about this mosque and this architectural masterpiece, and learn more about Equinox Nova, please follow the link in the description of the video. I give you Central African River Valley by Cantaveti. Cantaveti, Central African River Valley. Central African River Valley is a map. It's a tropical map. Map has all the resources. 4 great rivers and 2 smaller rivers flow from north to south. Central River forms a great long lake in the middle of the map, and its banks are rich with oil. Central north and south of the map, the Rocky Highlands. You know what? Let's enjoy the view of the map, and I'm gonna show you where the resources. There's a description of the map, but this is what I want you to do to go in the and read how Cantaveti actually described this map. So please go and check out if you want to play something like this. I'm gonna tell you, it's magnificent. It's really good. It's really good. The map, a lot of work went into this map, and I love it. I love it so much that probably I'm gonna make let's plays on this map myself. Okay, so let's enjoy some of the scenery here. You can see the mountains here. I believe this would be southwest. We're gonna go and check out the map straight away. So on the south, yes, we are actually on the south, not southwest, directly south. You can see this big river in the middle, and you can see 2 big rivers going in this direction. Are those rivers navigable? That's a good question, because some of them look a little bit shallow in the far away. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but you can definitely dig them a little bit deeper and use them to export your stuff if you want to. Here, this one is not connected to the border crossing, but we do have border crossing. We have, okay, this would be a downside that if I may say, we have too many border crossings. I would go for 2 on each side maximum, so that means like 8 border crossings to Soviet countries and NATO countries. Here you have them. Well, you have a lot of them. Well, and we come to Soviet countries, not so much. But you have you can send ships. I hope you can send ships. That looks like a little bit of land there. Do we have any border crossings here? Okay, this is a little bit strange. So we don't have any border crossings on this side at all. At least none that I can find. So with this Soviet on this side we don't have any connections, but here we have. We have one over here. Do we have any in the mountains over here? Not really. We have one over here. So there's not many Soviet border crossings. That's interesting. That's interesting. Maybe maybe Cantaveti would like us to go towards trading with NATO. Maybe yes, maybe not. But this big river here can be. What river is this? Congo? I don't know. Right. So I'm gonna say that map is, continue reading the description. Map is fun to play with some challenges, recommended using seasons disabled. Yes, I would recommend the same. I'm playing Amazonas series now without seasons. I'm making populated version. I would like to get suggestions on how many towns to make and how many cities to make, with what total population, and should I build some rail or port infrastructure, and should I place shops and schools, etc. If you donate it, there's a buy me a coffee link as well. Cantaveti is doing a lot of work on a lot of mods, so go and check this out. Okay, so continuing reviewing the map, I'm gonna give you my opinion on this. So let's just remove this one. Coal. This is beautiful. This is beautiful part of this map. You can see that he took an effort and actually carefully placed the reserves, coal reserves that you can see. In the center of the map we do have a little bit more coal in these mountains, but we also have a lot of we have some water around here, and this is gonna be challenging to extract this. That's why it's gonna be challenging to extract this coal. And then we have iron mountains here in this area. Again, it's a difficult terrain, so you're gonna have some problems with this, and it's not 100% coal like some people like to put it. It's actually in different various quality of the iron. And then oil is usually on the bank of rivers. We do have a couple of 100% oil, I believe. Some of it is here around this island, but you're gonna have to build probably land to extract those. And then we have uranium ore in the south hills, and we have bauxite. There we go. We have a lot of bauxite here. It's only one location, but it's quite dense. So if you want to use your aluminium to create planes or just export aluminium by itself, it's in this area of the map. I think this is a really beautiful map. I really enjoyed playing with it, testing it, and I think it's a really amazing. Good work. And guys, if you want to check this out, this map, please go and check out the link in the description of the video. I'm gonna say that I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and if you want to support the channel, I have a description in the video. Happy Monday, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.